Gary Alexander Racing Stables is a company that has been part of the horse racing industry for donkey's years. Duncan Alexander, Gary's father, was a leading lightweight jockey in South Africa. He won the majority of major races in the country. Gary started working with his father while he was still at school. He took over the reins of his father's stables in 1983.
Yes, I took out my license in 1983, and I took over from my father, who was a jockey, and he retired in 1975. So I've been involved in horses from the day I was born, and I've always been on the training tracks with my father when he was a jockey. And he started in 75 just with a couple of horses as part-time, just to fill a gap in his life. And I turned over his business, which was a string of about 12. He had a string around about 12 horses, and I built it up through the years, going into the 2000. The year 2000, we had close to 160 horses, a string of 160 horses. And over the last 10 years, we've cut back to 120, and then of course to 80. And I'm happy with 80 horses at the moment. But I mean, my whole life has been horses, and we live for that.
Gary has kept this business a family business and works closely with his siblings, Dean and Julie Alexander. The Alexander name is a heavyweight one within the horse racing industry, and this is thanks to their great form over the past years.
Last season we had a very good season. We ran 9th in the country, and over the years we've been in the top 10 for going through the 90s. We're top 10, top 5. We've been the top 3 in three seasons. Last year was a good season. We ran up 9th, and we've got to thank Pierre Jordaan for that. You know, it all goes on stake money, and we've got a nice string. We've got some very nice young horses, some nice horses, young horses that are coming along. They're going to be competitive through this season.
Gary is one of the proud owners of Pierre Jordaan. This racehorse has proved to be a great buy for Gary and his team. He was bought for 60,000 Rand and has already made almost 4 million Rand in winnings in his first year of racing.
Yeah, sure. You know, we buy a lot of horses on spec at the sales. And of course, the ready to run, we've been very successful. You know, we've bought horses like ICA, Fenerbahce, who ran 2nd in the Empress Cup the year before. And we'd come off the sales with about 8, 10 horses off the sales. And of course, Pierre Jordaan was one that we bought off spec. And like with most of our other horses, we always syndicate them. The stables will keep shares in a lot of the horses. The owners enjoy racing with us and being in partnership with us. And of course, we sold off, first of all, we sold off 50% of Pierre Jordaan to Emilio. And then he said his son-in-law wanted a share, so we sold off another 20% to him. But that's how we operate, and that's how the business operates. We're always buying and selling horses.
Gary obviously has an eye for talent, but what does he look for when purchasing a horse?
With most of when we go to the sales, a lot is on the pedigree of the horse. That's the first thing we look at. And then what's very important is his conformation to me. You know, I don't have to see a horse moving. As long as I look at his conformation and how the horse walks, I'll be happy with that. And if a horse goes for 30 or 40,000 and I like the horse, I'm going to buy him. You know, and of course Pierre Jordaan came off at 60,000, which was a bargain. Well, he's turned out to be a huge bargain for the stable.
Gary says that there's still a long road ahead for his team and Pierre Jordaan, especially with the Summer Cup around the corner.
Well, we've got a tough season with Pierre Jordaan. You know, he's the flagship at the stable at the moment. He's going to go for the Summer Cup now, and then of course the July, and then hopefully after that the J&B Met. And then we've got some nice young horses coming through, and there's I've got 1 or 2 nice fillies that'll go for the classics, the fillies classics. And of course the ready to run sales coming up now, and of course we are going to be big buys at the sale this year. We've got some very nice owners that want to invest this year, which will be nice for the stable.
The Summer Cup promises to be a spectacular event, and all eyes will be on the in-form Pierre Jordaan. So watch this space.